It's a little after 9 on Wednesday, December 24th. It's time for the Logansport Board of Works and Safety meeting. Please join me in reciting the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Franklin?
Here.
Ron Miller?
Present.
Chris Armstrong?
Here.
Approval of minutes from the December 18th, 2013 meeting.
I've read them. I make a motion that we approve as presented the minutes from the December 18th, 2013 meeting.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, passes on a vote of 3-0. Approval of claims. There are no claims for consideration today. Are there any visitor comments? Hearing none. Under old business, Code Enforcement Officer Franklin, please.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
You've got my report in front of you for your review and approval. Under old business, there were 3. You can see that these are ones that you requested 2 weeks ago that I send one final letter instructing them that they had 2 weeks to abate the problem. Of the 3 that are there, 715 North 5th Street is the only one that did resolve the problem. The other 2, you've got the original packet that contains copies of all the letters along with the original pictures.
715 North 5th Street is cleared?
Yes.
Okay. It's 1208 Michigan Avenue.
1208 Michigan Avenue. You can see from the original pictures to the current pictures that you have that were taken this morning, the only thing that has been changed, actually on 1208 Michigan Avenue, there's not been any changes at all. The tubs are still there next to the fence. The furniture is still there, covered with the tarp. What I believe is a safe is still sitting on the patio in the backyard.
George, I'm going to make a motion for you to send another letter, certified and snail mail, to 1208 Michigan Avenue and give them until January 13th. If it is not cleaned up by then the city will do a cleanup.
So you want to make sure that I understand this. You're going to request a property cleanup on or after January 13th if the problem's not resolved.
Yes.
I would second that motion.
Can I interject something here?
Yeah.
That will be the 4th letter.
We understand.
We've sent them.
We
since
understand.
November
There's a
15th.
motion and a second. Is there any more discussion?
No.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, passes on a vote of 3-0. Okay, 1214 Erie Avenue.
The only change on 1214 Erie is the entertainment center that is sitting in the upper, you can see it in the upper right-hand picture. The toilet and everything else is still there.
I make a motion to send a certified and regular mail letter to 1214 Erie Avenue for them to have it cleaned up by January 13th, and if not, the city will do a cleanup.
I would second that motion.
And just asking the question, is that trailer, RV, camper, whatever, is that part of the stuff to be hauled away?
No, that's actually in the neighbor property, but we currently don't have a vehicle ordinance, so there's nothing, I have no enforcement action I can take with that.
Thank you.
Okay. Did you get a second?
Yes.
Yeah, you
Okay.
did.
It's 1214 Erie Avenue has been moved and properly seconded to order a property cleanup on or after January 13th, 2013, if it's not already corrected. Is there any more discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, passes on a vote of 3-0. Under new business, building commissioner is excused today, but he has submitted his report. I make the motion that we approve the report as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, pass it on a vote of 3-0. Code Enforcement Officer, your weekly report?
Yes. I would like to point out that at the mayor's request, there was an emergency cleanup of 4 properties yesterday that are listed in my report.
Yeah. I'd like to point out regarding those 4 properties that this was abandoned furniture. It looked like it had been unloaded out of a home. There was no dollar stickers on it, no indication that they planned to haul it away. And to go through the process, it takes about a month. By the time we send the first letter, order them to appear, and then order the property cleanup, and it's just simply unacceptable. Code enforcement officer did make contact with at least one of the homes, and they stated that the furniture had been infested with some kind of disease-causing environment. Anyway, we had to take action. Not only does it look horrible, but there's a health concern along with that. So under the terms of our new ordinance, on the recommendation of the code enforcement officer and approval of the community development department, those emergency cleanups can take place, and they did. The system worked in this case. All right, I would make the motion to accept the code enforcement officer's report as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none. Call for a vote on code enforcement officer's report. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Pass it on a vote of 3-0. Thank you, George.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Superintendent of Public Works has been excused. The Chief of Police is here. Nothing to add? Thanks, Mike. Merry Christmas to you.
Well said.
Fire Chief has been excused, and the Parks Department has been excused. Are there any board member comments? Hearing none. Miscellaneous business, including ADA Section 504 compliance and concerns, or any other matters not already considered?
None.
There are none. Entertain a motion to adjourn.